I dance for Holden Thomas, who is a 6-year-old family friend who's been diagnosed with type B lymphoblastic leukemia. I'm dancing for Holden because this Christmas break, he was diagnosed on December 19th with this type of cancer called lymphoblastic leukemia, and it was a really big scare for his family. He had been fighting for about 3 weeks, being really sick at home. He was having high fevers, he was throwing up, he started having pain in his shins. And as a 6-year-old little boy, that's a really strange thing for parents. And they started wondering, they started taking him to the doctor and the pediatrician, and nobody could figure anything out. Eventually, he continued to be sick, and they finally took him to the ER where he saw a rheumatologist. And that person finally said, something's really not right. And they took him in and they did more tests, and they found that they didn't like some of the scans, and that made them really concerned. And so they said, we're gonna do some more MRIs, and they found out that they had this type of leukemia. And so it was really interesting because what ended up happening is they thought that it was a tick infection, something from getting a tick bite, and it turned out that that actually also was true, but because of the tick bite, he was able to get the diagnosis of the leukemia a lot easier and a lot sooner. And they found out the type that he has is actually the most common type, and it has a 90% success rate. And so we're really hopeful for Holden, but he had to be spending Christmas in the hospital in Oklahoma City, and he had to have, he's undergone multiple treatments of chemotherapy, and spent 30 days doing that, and we'll do that for at least the next 6 months. Dance Gold is important to me because of kids like Holden who are getting support, who are getting treatment. One of the things that Amanda and Dusty, his parents, were able to do is they live an hour and a half away from the Children's Hospital where Holden was being kept and being seen, and they were able to stay in something called the Toby Keith Foundation. And Toby Keith, if you don't know, is a famous country singer who's put a lot of money into a cancer support system. And they have these homes where people can go, and they've got washers and dryers, and they've got kitchen spaces, and so families can go and stay. They can do laundry, they can live there and eat there instead of having to just eat fast food all the time. They don't have to drive all the way home. And so when Amanda and Dusty were posting all of the information about their sick son, finding out that they had a place and they were supported was really important to me. And we were there for Christmas and actually got to go see Holden in the hospital and got to see the support that was being given. And I think that the money for Dance Gold becomes really important and is really helpful because it goes to the research that makes sure that these things are possible.